What is up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. We're still very early on with the iPhone 16 lineup, but news has already started circulating about next year's 2025 iPhone 17 Pro, and some of the leaks are absolutely crazy. If you're as big a fan as Apple as I am and want to help out the channel grow, please go ahead and like and subscribe. Now let's get into the leaks and rumors of the iPhone 17 Pro. The first significant change is going to come from the dynamic island. First introduced in 2022 on the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max, it's been a staple for people who love to see information from their apps without having to have it open. The high-end iPhone 17 Pro Max launching next year could feature a smaller dynamic island, according to tech analyst Jeff Pugh, who has a fairly good track record with Apple rumors. This could be due to the use of metalens for Face ID that will take up less space and allow for a narrower construction. This change would only apply to the iPhone 17 Pro Max and not the smaller 17 Pro model, according to Pew. Apple has done this a few times in the past few years, having dedicated features to the biggest flagship model, and it seems to be happening again in 2025. More information on metalens and how this will allow Apple to have a narrower dynamic island is still yet to be known, but I'll let you guys know as soon as that information is available. Now let's move into the display. There are a few enhancements coming to the iPhone 17's display, with Apple adding a new coating and plan to bring Pro features to standard models. The 120Hz Pro Motion refresh has been limited so far to the Pro versions as the iPhones of the last several years, but in 2025, it could expand to the entire iPhone lineup. With all four iPhones slated to get Pro Motion displays in 2025, Pro Motion refresh rates will no longer be a feature that sets the Pro iPhone models apart. I plan on making a full iPhone 17 lineup video coming soon to go over all the differences between the Pro and standard iPhone 17 models, so stay tuned for that. Rumors suggest the iPhone 17 lineup will get an anti-reflective display that is more scratch resistant than the ceramic shield used on current iPhone models. Personally, I would love to see an option for the nano texture display like on the iPads and new MacBook Pro models, but I don't really think this is pointing to something like that, as you can't put screen protectors over the nano texture. Now, what about internals? It sounds like the iPhone 17 series won't get TSMC's next generation 2 nanometer chips, but we are expecting the A19 chip technology that's lightly built on an upgraded 3 nanometer process. Apple typically upgrades iPhones with faster and more efficient chip technology each year, so this is something we can expect. The iPhone 17 Pro and iPhone 17 Pro Max are expected to include an A19 Pro Chip, which will have the standard upgrades to processing power and efficiency as we see each year. The higher end iPhone 17 Pro models could include 12 gigabytes of RAM, a 4 gigabyte increase over the iPhone 16 Pro models. But Apple analyst Ming-Chi Kuo believes that the 12 gigabyte RAM upgrade will be limited to the 17 Pro Max, with other models set to feature only 8 gigabytes of RAM, which has been standard recently. Do you think that Apple limiting features to only the Pro Max is smart and leaving out features for customers shelling out thousands of dollars for the smaller Pro level phone? Let me know in the comments down below, because some people like the smaller form factor but want the Pro functionality. The upcoming iPhone 17 Pro lineup could have batteries that are easier to remove, adopting the same technology Apple has introduced in the iPhone 16 and iPhone 16 Plus, which would be great for changing out batteries or getting your iPhone fixed. The last item for internals is that Apple will remove the physical SIM slot on all iPhones in more countries next year. Though it's not yet clear which countries yet, Apple did away with the SIM card tray in the US with the iPhone 14 models, but a physical SIM has been so far present in iPhones sold outside of the United States. And now for the most noticeable differences in the iPhone 17 Pro. According to the information, the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max will have a significant design change. Apple is allegedly planning to eliminate the titanium frame, instead going back to aluminum. Now, I'm not totally sure why Apple would make this change, but some of the colors on titanium will scratch and reveal the silver metal underneath, which can ruin the look of a brand new iPhone. Apple has not used aluminum for higher end iPhones since the stainless steel iPhone X was introduced in 2017. Along with an aluminum frame, the iPhone 17 Pro models are rumored to include half aluminum, half glass backing rather than an all glass back. The top half of the back will be made from aluminum, while the bottom half will continue to be made from glass to support wireless charging functionality. A partial aluminum back could make the iPhone 17 Pro models more durable to drops, which is nice all around. Apple is planning for a larger rectangular camera bump that is made from aluminum rather than glass, like we've seen in the Google Pixels recently. Personally, I'm a fan of this look and could help limit the iPhone rocking when placed on its back and not sit flat, unlike the current square camera bump that we have today. Supply chain leaks have backed the information's report about a camera design change, which would be the first major change since the camera bump moved to square look back in 2019. The iPhone 17 Pro Max could include a smaller dynamic island due to the use of metalens for Face ID that will take up less space and allow for a narrower construction. Now, the final rumor is about the camera changes apart from the design updates. All of the iPhone 17 models are expected to have a 24 megapixel front facing camera with a 6-element lens, which would make an upgrade over the current 12 megapixel selfie camera. A higher number of megapixels allows for more detail and clearer images when cropping in. The iPhone 17 Pro Max is expected to feature a 48 megapixel wide camera, a 48 megapixel ultra wide camera, and a 48 megapixel tetraprism telephoto camera, which will make it the first iPhone to feature three 48 megapixel cameras. At least one iPhone 17 model next year will feature a mechanical aperture that will let users adjust the size of the iPhone 17's aperture, changing the amount of light reaching the lens. Current iPhone models have fixed apertures, but a variable aperture will let images be captured with shallow depth of field. My question is, for the spatial video that requires two cameras to be side by side, mimicking left eye and right eye, if the new camera layout is in the elongated rectangle, how would they accomplish this in horizontal shooting as it's now going to be vertical? If anyone has an answer to that, please let me know in the comments below. The iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max will continue to include the 5x telephoto optical zoom lens and will still be a Pro exclusive feature, not going down to the entry level 17s. Now that's all for the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max rumors and leaks so far. Let me know in the comments what you're most excited for, and check out my iPhone 17 Air video over here next. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe as we make our way to 1,000 subscribers. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.